G'day YouTube, and today we're going to be doing a new kind of video on my channel. It's a bit different to what I'm usually used to doing. This time we're going to be talking about Tarkov, and it's kind of like the different things that are going on with it right now, but from the perspective of a new player like me. So today we're going to be talking about mainly three different things. First thing we're going to be talking about is early game as a solo player, because this is my main wipe that I've mainly played. I did start later on in last wipe towards the end, mainly when like the events kind of started and that. But yeah, so we're going to start off with the early game as a solo, and then we're going to lean into how it was and the struggles it was for me to learn the actual game itself. And then from there we're going to be looking at like the different types of maps and what it's like to learn those maps, like actually in game, and then looking at it from like an outside perspective, so like a third-party application, like a map on your other, like a second monitor or on your phone or something like that. And then we're going to talk about BSG and like the cheating problem and stuff like that as a new player, and kind of like what's going on with that, and with the Twitch, with YouTube, with like the streamers, even with the Reddit as well. And we kind of like, I'll kind of want to like clear some things up for some of the Redditors and that kind of like ask, why do people assume it's cheaters? And I can pretty well explain it, why some people think that. So that's what today's video is going to be about. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, please subscribe. It kind of helps with the algorithm, with this video being shared out and that. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, let's get on with it. Hello there, guys. This is Obi from the future. So just wanted to let you guys know, I'm going to put this in the start of the video. There is a bit of a change of plans. We are going to cut out the map portion of this whole video. I will make my whole own video about that. What are the good things, what are the bad things about the map, like about the maps and stuff like that. But I'll make my own separate video about that, because there is a lot to talk about with the maps. So yeah, with further ado, let's continue with the video. Alright, so let's just start right out of the gate with the first topic, which is the early game as a solo in Escape from Tarkov. I'm not going to lie, it is not easy. You will have a good time, your highs will be absolutely high, but your lows and your losses will be so low, you feel like you want to quit the game sometimes. I will say that perseverance will get you through, and if you can persevere through the first few learning curves, the game does become really fun. You know, you're getting those sweet headshots, the exhilarating gunfights, you know, moments kind of a bit like this. Fucking wall! And then, you know, other times as well. So you've got things like that can happen in the game, and you know, you can get absolute high moments, but then you can have your low moments as well, where it doesn't really help, which, you know, kind of moments like this as well. What the fuck was that?! But overall, like with the game, and even though it may have some bugs and stuff like that in it, it's still fun, you know. You can kind of learn a little bit from like certain situations and stuff like that. There are certain situations kind of like this one here, Was it another PMC? Was it a rogue? Was it another scav? Where it's kind of hard to learn from the situation. Like, you kind of got to like learn to move a bit more slower, use different equipment maybe, but sometimes like it's a bit hard to learn, especially when you just get straight out of nowhere. But other than that, there have been like a lot of really fun times with this game. Questing for me was fun. I like questing. I really enjoy doing the questing in this game. It brings a spark to the game. You know, it gives you something to do, somewhere to go, places to be. So you're not just running around mindlessly. Because that can get a bit boring sometimes, just running around constantly, not really knowing where to go, not really knowing what to do. But that's why moving into our second part, where we're going to be starting to talk about like how, me personally, how I learned the game. So the way I learned the game is, I'll switch it over to my second monitor. Here we go. So we got over to our second monitor here. This is how I learned the game. So the way I learned the game was using this website, which is tarkov.dev. It's an amazing, useful, great tool. You can learn about all the different ammos. It has every single ammo in the game. And it will show all the different types of variants, like your AP, your Lapua. It'll show all the different types of ammos. Like if I click into ammo, for example, it has a ballistic chart right here. Quite easy, quite simple to understand. You know, you look at your ammo, AP ammo. What's this one? AP. You can then go down onto your list, find out where the AP ammo is, and then you use it. A lot of these AP ammos though are like 5.56 and stuff like that, but other than that, oh, and 7.62. But yeah, it gives you a good list of like the different ammos and stuff like that. So you can do you can turn total damage on, total damage off, you know, trader ammos, where these are all the ammos you can get from traders, which is pretty good because you can get class 5 penning ammo from traders, which is what you need. And then yeah, you've got this kind of stuff. So it gives you a lot of information that you need to kind of understand the game, like its bullet mechanics and stuff like that. So next on, you've got your maps, but we're going to cover that in a later part of the video. That's going to be, yeah, the different maps is going to be like the next section. This right here is a lifesaver. It shows you what armors are useful, what armors are not useful. It shows you the different guns, how much they go for, the barter prices, so you don't have to sit there scrolling through each trader and all that. You can just look up your gun. You go to your filter by item. You look up your gun that you want to look at, and then you can see exactly what trader to buy it from, exactly how much, and what loyalty level you need to be, and if it's a trade or not. In this game as well, you do also have guns and stuff that are trades that you can only get by doing a trade. Like this one, you have to do the TT pistol, the Makarov, and gunpowder, and then you can get a flare pistol. Then you have, so yeah, you've got your items and all that. Then you've got your traders. Now what this does is it shows you exactly when they will last refreshed. And if you click on the trader, it shows you exactly what he is selling. You can then go in here and get rough estimate prices. It's not going to be exact prices, but it's going to be rough estimate prices of what you can sell and what you can buy. So the next part we'll go to, so you got your barter profit. This is my favorite part of this entire thing. This is what's kind of been keeping me going right now. For example, it costs me about $300,000 to make one of these things, but keep in consideration I take the cost of my fuel out of my Bitcoin, not from my actual crafting itself. But yeah, you can. It shows you your net profit that you're going to be able to make from it, how much you can list it for, stuff like that. It even has the different trades and how much they're going for on the flea market. Really good, really useful tool. Then you've got your hideout profits as well. So this will show you your barter crafts and what you will actually be able to profit from them. Profit, it's like, so this one here, estimate profit per hour is about 23,000 rubles, but that takes into consideration crafting, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, overall you can make quite a bit of money from just flipping just items from your crafts, which is pretty good. And then you've got your loot tiers, so it shows you what your best of the best loot is, and then, you know, goes down further and then further and further and further. This is kind of the stuff that you want to be picking up. So this one is going to be about 40,000 to 49,000 to 45,000 profit per slot. The top ones are going to be a lot more profit per slot, just because, well, of course, Bitcoin, LEDX, stuff like that. All of these are going to be so expensive. You're going to be able to make quite a decent profit off of them. A lot of these are, you can find them quite easily from like backpacks, duffel bags, stuff like that. But you can also find them on like bosses, on other things like that. But that all comes with like learning the game. And I really don't suggest newer players. Like I've got about 300 hours into the game, and I've only just started killing bosses, so I wouldn't recommend going after bosses straight away. I would recommend learning the game, learning the guns, learning all of that kind of stuff, learning how to heal yourself first, and overall learning to use your medications, meaning so your stims, like your trimadols, your SJ6s, your SJ12s, your mules, your propadols. Use all of those because they are very useful, especially with this zombie event that just happened last. I've gone through so many propatols, but thank God I had propatols because they saved my life. I was able to extract quite a few times and level up a bit and do quite a few tasks because everyone was too focused on the zombies. So I could just waltz up to where the tasks were and get it done. So you've got that kind of stuff. It also shows you your hideout build costs, what everything's going to cost, a rough, and keep in mind it is a rough total. It's not going to be an exact price because all of this stuff fluctuates. It always fluctuates on the flea markets. There's nothing you could really do about that. Same as like your vertex, like you got your Bitcoin farm, you got your vertexes. These fluctuate quite often, very, very, very often. I've seen them go up to $200,000. I've seen them go down to $50,000. I've seen them go all over the place. So I wouldn't necessarily trust this. What I would do is I would take this the day that you're going to do it, and then yeah, just save the money up. Get a close estimate close to that amount, and then voila, give it a go. So you've got your wipe lengths as well. It shows you how long each wipe went for. So usually each wipe goes for about 100, 200 days. This one's gone for about 80 days. Usual wipe length is about, as it says here, about 190 days, but they said that they're going to be wiping in Christmas, so we'll all see what's going to happen there. And then you've also got here which shows you your Bitcoin farm, shows you at what level. So you got your level 1, your level 2, your level 3, and your level 4 Bitcoin. Your level 4 Bitcoin farm will make you a lot more, but it is a lot harder to get it because to do a level 4 Bitcoin, where did I go? You need to get yourself one of these. And one of these is actually quite hard to get. You need to go into labs. Well, I say they're quite hard to get. As a new player, they are quite hard to get unless you get extremely lucky. Or you can find someone to carry you. But yeah, this is how I personally learnt the game. Other than that, I learnt it from YouTubers. They're the ones that kind of gave me the idea to make a video, like this kind of video, to just show off what a new player can learn from the game, especially when watching YouTube videos, absorbing the information, taking it on board, and then also using third-party things like this. They do also have a third-party app that you can download on your phone, so if you don't have a second monitor, you can use it on your phone. I will link that in the description just to help out any new players and stuff like that. It has helped me tremendously. I love the app. I love all of it. But yeah, so what we're going to do now is, now that we've kind of spoken about how it was like for like me as a solo player and that, we're going to move on to the maps. Welcome to the final part of the video. This part we're going to be talking about the big blurry issue in the game, and as you can already see on the screen, we're going to be talking about the cheating issue. So first I'll discuss what I said in the first part of the video, which is about how new players come to the conclusion that they think that someone's cheating. So for example, we don't really have much in ways of telling us how he died, where we died from, stuff like, kind of like important information to tell if someone is cheating or not. Like for example, COD, they have a kill cam. Arena has a kill cam. Things like that would really work. I understand it is quite technical on BSG's side to implement it, so I do understand that whole part of it. But I do think that something like that would help with a lot of like accusations, stuff like that, things that have been like thrown around all over the place. For example, like you got countless videos. If you type in Tarkov cheaters into YouTube, you will find countless videos, just countless video after video after video. As you can see, it's getting pretty bad. And then you've got stuff like that, but then you've got more cheater video, and I do understand. I specifically looked this up, but let's see if we go here and go enter. See, first one, getting banned for doing the goat video. It's kind of a bit all over the place. Sometimes it will recommend you that, like, if it's getting like really popular and stuff like that, it will recommend you the cheating videos, being busted and stuff like that. Me personally, I do enjoy watching those kinds of videos, watching them getting broken down, discussed, stuff like you got stuff like this. This dude got banned. This was funny though. He sold a fuckload of golden eggs to Landmark. Hilarious. But you've got that, and then you've got on here, which in the Discord, if you type in this, load into PvE. Ray got killed by a cheater while he was on PvP mode. Cheaters can mod, they can mod their stats, stuff like this, where I don't think this is actually a stat thing. I can't zoom in, but I don't think this is actually a cheater thing. I think that this may be a bug, because I've only ever seen this in game like twice, maybe 3 times. So I really don't think that there's much bugginess with, like, I think it's a bug, to be completely honest, but you never know. That's why I like to do, a lot of investigation, stuff like that. And then you got stuff like this. This was an old one, but cheaters used to be able to do this kind of stuff where they could physically take your scope, take your stuff from your gun. Like, it's this, and this is kind of like when a new player comes to a game, the first thing they'll cheat. No, fucking hell. The first thing they'll do is see how bad the cheaters are on that particular game. And with Tarkov, you've got a myriad of different types of cheaters. You've got ones that will closet cheat and just won't kill anyone. You've got people that will just run around and head eyes everyone they see. And then you've got a whole bunch of different range of ones, like ones that do carry servers, vacuum looters, malicious ones, people who like take down servers, dupers. You got all this kind of stuff that kind of really brings it down for newer players, and seeing this and kind of experiencing it in game. Because for example, I play on the OCE servers, so I play on Australian servers, good old Aussie servers. I would love to play on other servers, but I can't. It's just not feasible. The ping, it's just not feasible. But for me, I've experienced quite a few cheaters, especially when it came to the Halloween event with the cultists. The cheaters were out in droves. You would load into a raid, you would hear gunshots within the first minute of the raid, or the cultists would be dead, or just their ammo and like their knives were taken. Everything else was left. And the problem we've been having with the OCE servers for the whole time I've been playing is RMT. As people will run around, they'll you know, dupe shit, do all that kind of stuff, and then they'll sell that gear off in real life. So we've got to deal with that as a new player. You got to, you know, compete with that, and then you've also got to compete with the chads and, you know, everyone else in between. That's kind of why I came to the game, because of the skill level, like meaning with the chads and all that, there's always like a level of skill, but I have noticed that the cheaters are pretty bad. When it comes to the Tarkov actual, if you go here, the Tarkov videos and stuff, these creators are alright. The ones that get do long decisive videos, they're the ones that I honestly trust a bit more. The ones that do like hour-long videos, they show, you know, full-length raids. They'll you know, pick apart the raid, talk about things, you know, say what looks sus, what looks legit. They'll talk to their chat, you know, they'll do all that kind of stuff. Like, you've got Goat, who basically pioneered it. You know, he got caught cheating, technically, because he got banned a year later. But he did it for the good of us, so that we could actually see what the cheaters see. And it was a bit eye-opening, and it's kind of what made me come to the game, because like, I don't have to worry, like, I'm worried about cheating, but I'm not at the same time. I'm just here to enjoy it and have fun. If I go broke, I go play a scav, pardon me, I go play a scav, get some money, and then I just run a PMC again. And then if I get really broke and I just not enjoying it, I'll do what I did at the end of last wipe. I'll just jump off the game and wait for the game to wipe. Simple as that. So yeah, we've got that, and then yeah, we've got a bunch of different YouTubers who do videos on it. Like, we've got fucking Summit. Summit does quite good videos. I like his reaction content because he's actually a really good player. He's up there. Asmongold, I don't think he has a right to talk about the cheaters on the game because he doesn't play the game. That's my honest opinion. I don't think that, yeah, he should be talking about a game that, like, about a cheating issue on a game that he doesn't even play. And then you've got like other people, like you've got 10IQ, who does quite a lot of videos, which he breaks down. He does streams, and then you've got like the actual cheating people, like Suddenly Toast and people like that. And then you've got more people down here, like Very Bad Scav. Very Bad Scav is pretty good at exposing cheaters as well. And this is kind of a bit of a rampant situation that's been going on in the game. I would like BSG to be able to do something about it. Maybe implement a new kind of anti-cheat, or maybe hire some people to actually break down, like watch the entire, like, say someone gets accused of cheating, they will then watch the replay of the entire raid and manually review it. Like that, I think they need more people to do that, and I think they need to hire either that or have volunteers that do it regionally, and all the work is like recorded or something like that, so that you know, you don't just have people going power hungry and just banning people for no reason and stuff like that. But that's kind of what we need, instead of like YouTubers, like in my honest opinion, instead of YouTubers having to do all the work. In my opinion, I think it should be on to the developers that do the work for finding these cheaters, banning these cheaters, and getting them off the servers. But until that day happens, we kind of just got to live with it. I know this kind of sounds like a harsh thing to say, but we kind of just got to live with it and trying to get around it. Like me personally, I'm moving to PvE so I can get around the cheating issue because of the issues with the Oceanic server and the Aussie servers and stuff like that, with how rampant it is, and because of how close we are to certain areas, we have to deal with the RMTing and stuff like that because of those certain areas. But other than that, my experience with the Tarkov game has been, it's been enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. After I found a duo, more fun. As you can see here, the cheating issue, it's not that the best, but hopefully, fingers crossed, once they do all like these updates and stuff like that, they actually start cracking it down on this, because this is what's pulling apart the community. This is literally pulling the community apart, because you'll see a post about someone blatantly cheating, and then you'll have 10,000 people in there defending the cheater, and you have 10,000 people in there defending OP, and then it's kind of like a tit for tat then. It's not really getting us anywhere. So that's why we need something a bit more solid, a bit more of a better anti-cheat. So hopefully that kind of comes in the future. Move this over to this screen. Yeah, hopefully that comes together in the future. I do want more content and stuff in the game, but I wouldn't mind them to focus on optimizing the game, making it better, doing better things about that kind of stuff. It would be a lot better, a lot more nicer, and then we wouldn't have to, as a community, wouldn't have to really worry too much. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully BSG does kind of get their finger out of their bum and get to work, and providing decent updates for what's it called, for the game, for the maps, for the optimization of guns. You know, instead of doing all these little tweaks, hold them all together and just give us massive tweaks all at once, because it'd just be a bit more easier to understand what's going on, being like, okay, this is what you've been working on this whole time. But yeah, overall, that's kind of what my opinions are on the game. Yeah, it's, if I could give it a rating, I would give it about a 7 out of 10. Honestly, in my honest review, I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. It's difficult, it's challenging, especially if you're solo. Once you get friends and you get a group, 2, great, 3, getting a bit too many, 4, way too many friends, like people to be communicating with, and to work efficiently. People can do it, but it just, the comms get a bit confusing sometimes. But overall, yeah, this game is, it's getting there, slowly, but it's getting there. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said at the start, please like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help with getting the video out there, people viewing it, people seeing it, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah, I'll catch you guys when the next video comes out about the maps and kind of a few things that I think would be pretty decent to tweak and change about the maps that, in my eyes as a new player, I think would be a bit more beneficial. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.